Video starts with a timestamp below, but real quick, I'm going to be announcing my second channel. This is going to be the last tutorial video on this channel, so go subscribe to the new one, which is going to be strictly for tutorials, and this channel right here is going to be for beats only. I'm going to talk more about this at the end, so skip there if you want to hear about that, but now let's just get into this beat. So in today's video, first off, I got a face cam now. I'm going to try different editing, different styles of videos, see what works. Today, we're going to be making a sample drill beat. This is something I've been experimenting with recently. These types of beats are for artists such as like yvngxchris, shawny, binladen, and a few other people, but that's kind of all I know so far. So we got this first part, which could be like for the verse. And then right here, this is going to be for like the hook. But yeah, type of sample doesn't matter. I like to do like these Japanese city pop because that genre kind of goes hard. All right, I found this drum kit on Reddit, UK drill drum kit, Saint 6. A lot of people ask me where I get my sounds. Reddit has a bunch of free stuff, so just go there or make your own sounds, but that's a lot harder. I got a bunch of different sounds picked out from that drum kit, and I also got a Spins 808, and I'll show you why, because a lot of these beats, they won't have like those aggressive drill 808s, and they'll have like a shorter spins instead, but I'm just going to lay down a dotted eighth note pattern, which just looks like this. So just copy this in FL. So right here on the hats, I'm going to go here, fruity delay 3. And then I like to use this ping pong preset and just turn the effect way down. That gives it that more like full drill sound. I'm pretty sure you hear this in a lot of drill beats. Instead of using a really hard snare, just layering a rim. And this is the drill bounce. Every other snare, just move it over one beat to the right. And I have various perks picked out just to fill in some space. Like I'm just going to turn that down, put that at the start. Now I'll put this here. And I kind of want to do something I do in a lot of my beats is, I like to call it a fake delay. So I'm just going to have this echo a bunch of times. But I'm going to turn the velocity down so it sounds like it's fading out. Also, it almost sounds like it has a delay, but it doesn't really. It's really all about just layering stuff, whatever sounds good. Don't overdo anything, but just keep it a good bounce. And notice I'm giving everything its own little space. So we had that beep sound around here. And then when that's done, I'm going to add this. I don't want everything at the same time. I'm going to give everything its own little pockets. Alright, now for the spins, I'm just going to turn the out up. I like to make the sound really short and just turn the volume up. You want it to clip in the mix. And then usually I won't add a kick because how it's clipping and how loud it sounds will make up for it. And usually I'll pick one like root note and kind of stick to that. Maybe add a few different notes, but for these spins patterns, I want to keep it really simple. No 808 slides, none of that drill stuff. And something else I'm going to do, I'm going to go here, turn attack, decay, sus, release, all the way down, hold, want all the way up, and that gives you full control of the note. So however long you play the note, for example, this one's short, it will cut off right here instead of the whole sound playing out. Because I kind of want to create some pauses like this. That sounds pretty good to me. So I'm just going to go here and split everything by channel. So I got all the sounds in their own separate channel, and I'm going to create some different unique patterns because these kind of aesthetic drill beats, whatever you want to call them, whatever you're making, they're relatively simple. So different 808 patterns and just good arrangement is really what's going to make these stand out. And when the drums come in, I'm going to keep it really simple as well. So get rid of a lot of these stuff, get rid of the gunshot, keep it bare, and then eventually bring the sounds in. And then maybe create a pause to emphasize the 808s. Alright, now something I've been experimenting with recently is combining real drill, which by that I mean the 808 slides, all that, with this type of drill. So I did this off camera because this isn't really part of the tutorial, But I am going to break down the final beat because this took me a really long time to make. I don't think it would go good on camera. So I'm going to explain the differences from that first type of drill to then more standard real drill, if you want to call it that. First thing, I kept the rim and the hat the same. Nothing really crazy with that. I added this snare, which wasn't in the original. And that's where I kind of created a hat pattern, but with snares, if that makes sense. It's really just a 2-bar pattern looping with minor changes, so it's really simple, but sounds a lot more than it actually is. And now these various perks kind of stayed very similar, with the tambourine, the open hats, the crash, and that beep. Even the perk I moved to the beginning, but it's all pretty similar patterns. And then again, the shot, I actually added that fake delay thing I was talking about, where it just fades out. And now I'm not a drill producer, so I kind of just laid down a 1-note pattern and then did some really basic slides. I've done more in my actual beats, but for the tutorial's sake and just for this beat's sake, I didn't want to go too out because I didn't think it was really necessary. So this is how the 808s sound. So how you do these slides is just you go here to the top left, click on this, and you click on a note wherever you want it to slide. I like to go an octave up from my original note. So the original note C#5, I'll just go to C#6. And then you want to make this really short. You might have to play around with it, listen to how it sounds, and then just make it shorter. But I like to make it really short, and then I just offset it a little bit, and that gives it this sound. And now obviously this 808 doesn't hit like the spin, so I'm going to add a kick on top of it. So I think I'm just going to create a pause and then maybe add a riser to make it kind of transition into the real drill. And again, I'm going to create a transition to go back to the other 808s. I think I'm just going to have the beat loop there and then fade it out here. Goes for a good 240. And I mean, that's going to be the full beat. I really just kept it simple, added a few things to fill in some space, and it's a pretty simple beat. If you guys did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like. Comment what artists I should do for the tutorials on the new channel. And now I'm just going to talk about the new channel a little bit more. So as of recently, I've kind of decided that tutorials would make sense to be on a different channel than beats, because this main channel, which is mostly beats and then occasional tutorials, producers aren't going to watch beats, or they don't want to watch beats. Those are mainly for artists, because obviously the end goal is to sell beats. And if I have all these tutorials, artists aren't going to want that. So I think it's a good idea to split up my content. If the channel does flop, obviously, I might just go back here. But there's a 90% chance tutorials are going to be on that channel forever. So again, it's on screen, linked in the description, in the pinned comment. I'm going to announce it again on Instagram. I'm going to announce it on a community post. I'm going to get this channel out there. Videos are going to be way better edited. I already added a face cam, which I think it's a work in progress, but it's a cool addition to make the videos a little bit better. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the new channel.